Hello world, this is Talkin Lab, and I want to tell you the reason I want to vote for Kamala Harris. I was going over the things, and these are the reasons that I would vote for Kamala Harris. For instance, her and Biden, they run the gas bills up. And I'm looking forward to them to come after my guns. And she wants to feed the whole world. What a heart. What a heart. I mean, what kind of heart does a woman have? And she must have a big old heart. She wants to feed the whole world and let us starve. Is that a good reason to vote for her? Now, if I was voting for her, that is the reason I'd want to vote for her. Because if I loved other people aside of my own country, that's the way I do it, see. But see, other people don't understand that out there. I seen a news report ask this lady about the economy. Oh, well, it's gone to pot. It's done. Well, who would you vote for? Well, I'd vote for Kamala Harris. See, now that's why I want to get into the place that I really don't have no, give a crap about my country, and I want to know how that feels, that you can go and vote for somebody that is stealing your blind. And they said on the news last night on NBC that inflation was down to 2 point so-and-so. And of course we know we give Afghanistan all them weapons. I mean, that's another reason a man should vote for Kamala. Now, I mean, I'd have to hate this country to vote for Kamala, but I'm trying to figure out how that anybody would want to vote for her. I mean, she's all down at the border now, and she's walking that line. Oh, man, she walked 20 minutes down to there and looks at that border. You know the reason she never went down there before? She knew what was going on. She didn't give a crap. She don't care now either. And that's why I vote for her. I'm going to see this country go to hell in a handbasket. I'm presenting myself as voters. What I'm getting at, that I'm presenting myself as an ignorant person after seeing all these things. Student loans, forget all about that. Afghanistan split. Taliban, y'all split all them weapons up. See how many, give it to the terrorists. Give them to the terrorists. See how many Americans you can kill with our weapons. If these leaders in these countries are not laughing and making fun of us, they have no sense of humor at all. Because it's the biggest joke I ever seen in my life. Gaza. Now, she takes up them when they're the one that the Taliban, I mean, not the Taliban, of course they probably ain't only two, that Hamas come in and kill all the Israeli people. And I seen Hugh on there, and everybody didn't know. I mean, nobody showed up from Gaza. Nobody showed up from Iran. They missed a great speech. I mean, now you done a great speech. And Iran didn't show up because they didn't have time to pick up their check. I mean, they didn't want to interfere. They didn't want to interfere on missing out on that check that Obama and all them signed over to them. Obama probably sent them donations while they was there. And then Kamala, she probably wrote a big one out. And Biden, they said, how much? Where do I sign? And that's why they didn't show up. Because they was in the back room getting paid off, probably. Like everybody's been paid off in this country. Everybody's been sucked dry. You know why these guys are going on strike and the containers at the shipyards? You know why they go on strike? Because they need more money to buy groceries. That's why people go on strike, you know, in a country where they have a ignorant person giving away the money. And that's why we have inflation. If we take our money like they're doing, like Kamala's doing, and giving all that money away, I mean, that's a good way, that's a good reason to vote for right there, because you want a handout. So, she's giving all this money away, and we don't even have the gold to cover it. And she just printing it up as fast as she can and handing it over to our enemies. Hey, these people coming across the border, they ain't all our loving, kind, sweet people. These people are cruel people. There's some good people coming across the border that really want to have a good life and want to work hard. I have friends that's Spanish and they work hard. And I met some that work hard selling drugs too. And all these people coming across the border and Kamala's putting on that little act. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Well, Trump asked her, why didn't you do it? Why don't you stop it right now? Well, my mama raised me up and we had to do this and they raised me up and I rode a bus. I rode one too. Too bad somebody on that bus didn't beat the crap out of you and beat some sense into that head. You know, the bullies that get on them buses. They have a bunch of bullies get on the bus when you ride a bus. A lot of times, a bunch of want to be bad people. This immigration is a joke. They don't care about those people coming across the border. They're already right now trying to pass a law. You don't even have to be a citizen. You can vote. Talk about destroying democracy. Is that not destroying democracy? Taking the rights away from the American people and giving the money all to them and then give them a free ride and then tell them it's okay for them to vote. I don't think she likes cats and dogs either. Of course, that's a lie, you know. Everybody talk about it. But I read on Google, I mean, most of it's history, it's a fact, and which I've been down to Dominican, which is right next to Haiti. And Met some nice Jamaican guys. Didn't go over to Haiti because it's too dangerous. Too many gangs. Now, I want to get into the gang thing. And I want to ask Kamala Harris, you have let millions of people come into this country. And I've said this, and I've said it over and over, but I want to say it again. And I didn't ride a school bus and go to school and have to learn this. It's a fact. I was down there in Brazil. I went to Rio. And, of course, campaigners and all that. I had to have bodyguards with me. I was doing business down there. Well, I was kind of on vacation, too, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't swim in that ocean if it was in my backyard. It's so nasty down there. But Brazil is a beautiful place. But Brazil is a corrupt place. And there are some good people in Brazil. Sweet people. Nice people. But there's good people in all races. But the bad's the one that seems to come out after the good. You ever notice that? Greed. Cold-hearted. I met people, man, that stepping on a roast bug. I'm talking about in Spanish countries. Stepping on a roast bug and killing a human being is no difference. The Psalmist's business, the Psalmists are just mean. You gotta listen to the old man that's been there. See, the problem is I had an email about lies. Didn't like what I said. Well, if this gets to you, they were lies. If anybody don't do nothing when you get started, if you get a job, if you don't do your best work, and if you don't do your job when you start, you're never going to do it when you finish. So it don't matter if it's a woman, a man, or whoever it is, for them to tell me that they're going to do this and they're going to do that, they're going to close the border because Donald Trump's fault. I didn't see all these people in here when Donald Trump was. I didn't see them. I didn't see Venezuela and gangs and all these gangs, but I guarantee you, Spanish people stick together. They have wars with one another. The gangs, African American people, the Crips, the Bloods, Hells Angels, the Mafia. Gambino family, the Casey family, they have wars. There comes a time they have wars, but they also unite together. They also unite together in crime. They work together. When John Gotti was in prison, he had the protection of the Hells Angels, and somebody tried to kill him. But they didn't. But he had the protection. You don't know about what I'm talking about. And that's why I would vote for Harris if I wanted my country destroyed. Now, the reason I would vote for Donald Trump is because most everything he said when he was president, he did. And of course, he couldn't do too much of nothing for America because the Democrats was constantly on him, trying to get him to join their circle so they could corrupt and do the things they do. They couldn't tell him what to do, and that's why they hate him so much. That's why they want to nail him to a cross, because he don't listen to their bull crap. Now, I got this against Donald Trump. Donald, you need to humble yourself down, and you need to kind of draw back on anything that would offend anybody. But we know that Harris is not fit to be a president. Neither was Biden. The Democratic Party does not have anybody fit to be president. Now, if I had my choice of a Democrat to be in the White House, it would be Robert Kennedy Jr. But I sure wouldn't vote for that power-grabbing, hungry power after power. But see, you can't see, like this woman on the street, she was African-American, but she was all upset about the grocery bill. She was all upset about the gas prices. She is all upset about everything that's been happening in this country. She was upset about the economy, how we're in inflation or depression or whatever the crap. We're more into depression. Everybody's depressed because what we got in the White House. And most people are compressed and depressed because of what we got in the White House. And we got a idiot running for another term in the White House from the same, and it's from the same pit. I mean, and looking forward to destroy America. And you know what she won't do? She won't come and she won't do a interview or news conference. And see, that's what Biden did.
Yep.
And she won't say nothing because she's done said it all. I'm going to give everything I can away except to the American people. I'm going to make them beg for food. But I'm going to take care of all these immigrants, and I'm going to make sure they get a place to stay, food stamps, and I guess John Kennedy, if he knowed what was going on now, he would have turned over in his grave, and he wouldn't never started food stamp if he'd have known Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. I mean, Clinton was, I know Clinton, he was a crooked snake in the grass, but I got to give Clinton this credit. The economy was good, and the deficit wasn't so high. And then a Republican got in there, and they got it real high. I do give credit where credit's due, but where can you give credit to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden? What have they done for the American people? What have they done for you that wants to vote? Taught Americans how to read teleprompters. Is that what they did? Nah, they did. They taught Biden and her. They showed them the way to stand on. Is that a I know that's a lie, but I'll say it anyway. I just, I don't think that people like me too much because what I say. And you know what? I stand up for American people. I don't stand up for Ukraine. And the reason I stand up for Israel because they had no business coming in there. And of course, Putin had no business going into Ukraine. But it's wrong for both. I'm so sick and tired of hearing lies and from Washington. I'm sick to my stomach. They put a plan together. They sat together. The Democrats sat together. They put a plan together. And they have done so many things to Donald Trump. It's against the law, but not theirs. And there's a scripture in the Bible. And I always have to bring a Bible up because the Bible's true. Everything it says is true. It ain't no story that like we look at it, people look at it today. It's like a fairy tale to a lot of people. But when they look at Kamala Harris, they don't even see a fairy tale because she is telling you a fairy tale. I get a lot of people tell me fairy tales, supposed to be guests on the show. And of course, some of them I don't hold them responsible for it because of the issues that happen. But I do know this. People's conscience, the Bible said that people's conscience would be stirred with a hot iron. In other words, they're a reprobate. A reprobate is someone that thinks they're doing right all the time, but they're doing wrong. And then we got this other issue that nobody knows about, and you're still wondering. I'm going to tell you what the issue is. I could tell you. You know what the Depression did? Is soup lines. But see, you won't get no soup because the immigrants are going to get your soup. You won't even be able to get the soup line. She won't even give you no soup. And I'd like to tell you, I was talking about the Haitians. They do kill cats, dogs, birds, and they sacrifice them and then they eat them to voodoo. They have done it in this city, Springfield, and that's no lie. And they're still doing it. But not to Kamala. Everything's going to be heaven on earth. But this world is not heaven. This world is a place of murder, thieves, robbers, liars, adulterers, no fear of God. That's what this world is. And Donald Trump can't change it, but he can make it better. And Kamala, she definitely is going to make it worse. I mean, this lady stood there and complained about everything, but she said she's still going to vote for Kamala. One reason, because she has a different color of skin. The other reason is because she's a woman. If I had somebody to vote for if it was a jackass and it had more sense than what we got now, I'd vote for him. Bye. Hey, you guys, you know when you're watching my show or if you check it out on YouTube or wherever you find it at, I'd like a comment about what you think about me. Will you like me or dislike me or love me or hate me, whatever. Just give me a comment. Go to your comment and give me a comment. I have a guy the other day told me that I need to be took and hung up by the feet and my cut out and in my holler they cut my throat. So comment, man. Tell me something. Tell me if you like me. That's what it's all about. And tell me if you love America.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin' Live presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin' Live TV broadcast studio, or by this channel or its management.
Hello world. Using today's latest technologies, we are quickly expanding our network, and are now airing in several markets around the country. Everything from ABC to CBS and NBC station affiliates. We look forward to hearing valuable opinions from everyone from different backgrounds in the markets we now serve. Be sure to share our broadcast with all your friends and family, a place where they can express their opinion on current events freely with your host Lamar Bearden. We are still talking live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on talkinlive.com and everywhere you find streaming online content.
Hello world! Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notifications of our upcoming broadcasts. Explore our large archive of shows. Watch any episodes you need to see again. Find our YouTube channel online at youtube.com/@Talkin' Live Show, or on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV home screen. Head to the YouTube app to watch without the need of any expensive cable TV service. Subscribe today. Get ready for some Talkin' Live.